Welcome. TimeRecording is a robust time and attendance solution that offers comprehensive time tracking and personnel management tools. In this demonstration, I will navigate through the full set of capabilities to give you an in-depth look at how the system works. The first thing I want to show you is that I am logged in as an administrator. This means I can see both my own personal overview and the employee overview. On the dashboard, I can immediately see my clocking history and I can download my personal timesheet. When I switch to the employee overview, you see all employees and their status. There are 3 different ways employee status is represented: either green, which means the employee is present, grey if they are absent, or red, which is also absent. But this means that the person was there at some point that day. Next, you see right away that most entries are complete. So those employees have clocked in correctly and the system has not recognized any errors. For this employee, I can see that 3 entries are incomplete. By clicking here, the time recording detail page for the employee opens immediately, and I'm presented with a list of the errors. Here, he's missing a morning clock-in. Errors can be fixed here by creating a new time entry and selecting the correct date. You can also add in a comment as a reminder. What you can also see right away is whether the employee has clocked in locally via Time Clock Terminal or if it was entered via the web. Important to know, if you have edited anything, for example, that the employee actually came at 10 a.m., then an edited tag is added. What you can also do in this menu is add various dates to the calendar. For example, you can add an absence, such as a vacation day or a sick day. For this, you would simply select the date so that the employee has a free day and select the reason here and then save it. In the employee menu, you can see all employees and can add new employees at any time. To add an employee, you need to enter their first and last name and the rest of their personal data. Of course, if they're supposed to use a terminal, you need to enter the RFID code from their card or tag. You also find which work schedule this employee currently uses, for example 40 hours, and you can also select directly which public holiday calendar they're using. For example, if the company is based in more than one location, you can select here where this employee works. Permissions can be changed here: employee, admin or owner, and whether web clocking is allowed or not. You can set it up so that this employee can only clock in via the terminal, for example. But if he should also have the option to clock in via the web using these buttons, with a smartphone or laptop, I can set this here too. In principle, you can add as many employees as you want here. There are different licenses, and the number of employees can be expanded at any time. You can add work schedules completely at your discretion. For example, 38 hours for the production team. You can also add clocking thresholds here. If an employee clocks out a little after 5 p.m., for example, only the working time until 5 p.m. will still be recorded thanks to the thresholds. A very popular option for some businesses with strict working hours. In these cases, fixed breaks can be useful too. Less strict are core hours. Here only a notification is displayed when an employee is absent. Variable breaks allow for some automation. For example, after working 6 hours, half an hour break is automatically deducted. But if the employee then takes 40 minutes break, he or she will be deducted 10 extra minutes over the variable break threshold. Particularly useful when the statutory break should be detected automatically. In annual leave profiles, you can set up different leave profiles that can be applied to any number of employees. Also, expiration of remaining annual leave and whether carryover of leave days is allowed can be set here. Under absence reasons, I can add further absences specifically for the company and can then also set which time credit should be applied to the employee's balance. This means that if an employee leaves for a business trip, for example, working hours may be granted on his or her account. This helps later to stay organized. The Time Clocks menu allows you to add terminals and manage existing ones. The time clock name will be displayed on screen, helping to identify terminals. Lastly, you can customize the public holiday calendar here. You can import public holidays for different states and regions. You can also add your own public holidays. For example, this one has a holiday on June 10th. It will then be taken into account and displayed here.